Well, guys, it was finally time for this battle to happen. Ram 6x6 versus CatEye 6x6. And as you can see right off the bat, there are a couple of areas where the CatEye may have a bit of an advantage or two here at Truck Night, mainly due to the atomic axles and the fact that the base spec tire is a 47-inch tire, whereas the biggest tire I can fit under the Ram 6x6 anyway, is a 45-inch tire, and also the diffs sit quite a bit lower than they do on the CatEye. Now, these are very different builds, and they are very different sort of styles of trucks, and with that being said, I kind of wanted to put that out there. However, it is going to be really cool to see how they compare, because you're dealing with two very different types of builds that I think will both do very well here at Truck Night. So the first truck we run is going to be the CatEye. So 3, 2, 1, fire it up. And I really want to kind of refresh you guys on how this thing performs, because we haven't driven it in quite a while. And before we compare it to the Ram 6x6, like I said, I wanted to really compare the abilities of these trucks, and this thing just flies through the first mud obstacle. Picks up a little bit of damage from the concrete block, but that's honestly more than okay, because it's got a lot of suspension damage available to work with. Like, basically, if suspension damage was a health bar, this thing's health bar would be miles long. Let's make our way down the hills now. And now, we're going to actually pull one of these 1500s, and I did want to include towing the 1500s as part of this test, because normally I don't, but when I'm comparing these two trucks, I really figured it was definitely a good thing to include. Oh, no! Oh, come on. I plunged into the mud and high, and I think I hit a rock and really halted my progress. Halted my progress very swiftly, I'll tell you. Like, that's for sure. Easy, easy, easy. There we go. And back into automatic mode. Put it in high. Holy crap. Almost jumps all the way across the pond. And the 1500 almost landed on my tailgate. And I realized I should probably leave the 1500 there. That's kind of where it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to come with me. I mean, it could come with me all the way to the end if I really wanted it to, I guess. But that's not really the point of what this test is about. Now, I know that's a very harsh angle, but the crazy part about it is the fact that the 6x6, the CatEye 6x6, can make it happen, you know? It's crazy because even though this thing is so huge, it's got a lot of elements of a crawler slash trail rig, whereas the other 6x6, the Ram, is definitely more along the lines of a utility 6x6, a hauling 6x6, so you can use it on trails, but I think this one's definitely more suited to trailing environments. So easy does it over the edge, and we'll take this bridge right here. Easy across the bridge. All right, I'm gonna just flat out into the first, oh my God. I was like flat out into the first log, and I'm like, I was hoping it would make it all the way over. No such luck, but it still put on a really good show. And right here in the whoops, I mean, it does a really good job through the whoops. I'm always impressed at how this truck does through that whoop section. It really is impressive every single time. Yeet! All right, so we'll go ahead and park it. And now it's time to swap over to the Ram 6x6. So let's go ahead and grab the Ram. And now we get to fire this thing up and see how it does. Now, it's going to be a very interesting comparison, again, like I said before, because the other one is like atomic axles, full coilovers, taller tires. But this one, even though the tires are a couple inches smaller, it does have a bogger compound, and it's still very much a heavy-duty build. So let's see what it can do. 3, 2, 1, let's go! Not quite as fast, but that could play out in our favor. Let's throw it in high into the first mud pit, and wow! It does really well. All right, I'm gonna put it back into automatic mode so it goes into like second gear. Nothing too crazy there, but it did put on a really good performance, I've got to say. No damage up the concrete block because I didn't try to attack it in high. And flying over the top of the hill, actually really good performance out of it right there. Did not have to come out of high range, which is also very respectable. Now, I'm going to go ahead and pull up next to this 1500 here, and we'll back up and hook it up. No, that is not what I wanted. Okay, easy. All right, got the hitch hooked up, and back into low. All right, auto mode and high range. See if I can maintain high all the way through here. Gonna kind of go with a little bit of a different line than I had in the CatEye, and it actually put on a much better show than the CatEye did. All right, into the pond now. Oh, that 1500 actually came back and hit my truck. It's not quite what I was hoping would happen, but it's all right. Still, again, really good performance out of the Dodge. Really good performance out of it. I do think I'm going to have to be careful here because I really could get the front bumper badly stuck and badly bound up if I get it wrong. But easy on it. There you go. Not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. All right, into the power. Not into low, into the power, bud. Come on. No, 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 no. We're good. Don't worry about it. It's all good. It's all fine. Let's take the right bridge this time. Should be all right. There we go. I wasn't really worried about getting high centered, but I was curious as to how it was going to do. All right, throw it in high over the rocks. Not quite as much speed, but that's okay. That's fine. I'm not really worried about the speed so long as we make it over. Made it over pretty well. Nothing, you know, definitely nothing bad to speak of there. I think it actually put on a very respectable performance. It really did. And now that we've got both these things across the line, I want you guys to let me know in the comment section down below which one you would want to attempt this course with in real life, and also which one you would want to drive home. So now we're actually going to shut off the Ram 6x6. We're going to actually swap over to the CatEye 6x6, recover it, and we're going to take it to the trails, because this thing has always been, at heart, a trail rig, right? At heart, this has always been a trail rig, and when this truck first came out as a 4x4, it was basically a rock crawler with a Chevy Silverado body on it. And I really want to see if that quality is preserved, that rock crawler quality is preserved in the 6x6 version, and so far, it absolutely feels like it is. Now, I haven't really taken the Ram 6x6 on all that many trails, but I will say that the trails I have taken it on definitely remind me that this thing is definitely more of a crawler than the Ram. Although, wow, look at that. It still doesn't have much of an issue negotiating areas like this, and you still have a hookup for a gooseneck trailer. It really is quite a impressive package in terms of an all-rounder. And really, the only thing that would get in the way of this 6x6 crawler is if you got into a really tight trail, and this spot up here is actually a good example of that. Let's see how it does. See if it can balance itself. Wow, it's actually wide enough that it can balance itself. Just for reference, most trucks will roll over right there because they don't have a wide enough track width to be able to kind of balance themselves out, and they just flop onto the driver's side. So that's a very impressive performance out of this thing. There's really nothing about this thing's performance that isn't impressive, and I think that if the Ram 6x6 had the atomic axles under it and these long travel coilovers, you would really be dealing with a much different beast. But as it stands right now, the Ram 6x6 is definitely more in the realm of a utility rig, although it did not do badly at all on the truck night course. Like, do not take that to mean that I don't think it did well on the truck night course. I think it did amazing on the truck night course. I just want to make it known that I think this one, if you're looking for a rock crawler, I think this one's definitely going to be the better option, but you really can't go wrong either way. You really cannot go wrong with either one of these trucks. Now, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions on it in the comments down below. And if you have any battle suggestions for the truck night, again, make sure to leave those suggestions in the comments. And if you would like to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe and turn those notifications on, and I'll see you guys next time. Welcome back to SnowRunner, guys, and in this video, we are going to be actually taking a look at the location for the new Pacific P512, which is a new truck coming in Phase 3, and these maps are also Phase 3 maps. The map we're going to be looking at today is Black Badger Lake. Now, this is where the video is going to kind of get a little bit weird, because that marker right there, that GPS marker, is where the Pacific P512 technically is even though it isn't. Now, this is due to a PTS glitch. However, it has once again been confirmed by MapRunner that that is the location where the P512 will be when Phase 3 officially drops. Now, there's been a little bit of speculation that someone found remnants of a powered front axle and a diff lock in the code for this truck, but as we've seen in the past, that does not always mean that those features are confirmed for the vehicle. They may happen at some point, or they may have been something that was tested but decided not to be included. Who knows? But with that, it's once again something where we are going to have to wait and see where this truck ends up when Phase 3 releases and it's in its full final release build and full final release version.